Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? Russ here from Poker's Corner. You know the rest. And still the biggest gob in sport. Right, let's get down to the nitty gritty, shall we? Eddie Hills. Hills. Doing interview after interview after interview. Constantly going on about the Cobra digging Joshua out. Well, what's he supposed to say? That Joshua's still got it and is at top of his game? He's been knocked about, 4 times. He's got 4 defeats on his record. He can't buy a win. Well, that's the bottom line, isn't it? He cannot buy a win. They're having to fake injury at the moment because Fury's having a sabbatical. So without Fury, Joshua's not even relevant. Nobody's interested in Dylan White, Joshua. Nobody. And the Joshua Fury fight is waning at the moment. It's that bad. So they've had to park him up. He's soon going to be a year out at ring. Joshua's been 9 months out at ring now. So he's getting on for a year out at ring and they're talking end of year. I mean, how stupid is that? I don't know. Do I care? Yeah, of course I care. I care when I'm turning on my laptop and I'm seeing bullshit. And that's what this is. Absolute pony macaroni, what we're having to listen to. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, everybody knows he's not injured. If he's injured, show us the x-rays like you did for Kell Brook's orbital bone. You know what I mean? But anybody can throw injuries about in boxing. Sonny Edwards and Billy Joe, they've supposed to have had orbital bones smashed in, but they didn't, did they? Because if they did, we'd have seen their x-rays. So Eddie Hills, show us the x-rays. You mind going on about this intense beef and loyalty and this and that? Look, if Eddie were loyal to fighters like he keeps saying, I'm loyal, I'm loyal, I'm loyal. My fighters are like my family. Were Dave Allen like your family when you dropped him like a stone? No, he won't worry. Now he's beat your man Fisher, aka Elmer Fudd. Dave's best thing since sliced bread, but Dave will have a long memory. And if the right offer comes along, he'll take it, won't he? If it in. Let's hope he's wised up. But Eddie, you're the last person in this world to talk about loyalty and Frotch doing clickbait titles. Look, Joshua's finished, right? That's the bottom line. What do you want Frotch to say? Oh well, I hope AJ beats his next opponent, and I hope he's still got something left in the tank. He's shot to shit. Look, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months is a long time in boxing. Joshua hadn't had a world title win for 5 years. 5 years since he's had a win at the top table, and that were Pulev, an old man. Jeez, and he struggled to get him out there. So, but to be fair to Eddie, he's admitted Bricktop's back on top. But in the same interview on that Pony channel, IFL, it's coming out with stuff like, yeah, Bricktop's at the top in the UK, but we're more global. Who cares about global? We're from UK, aren't we? We're not bothered about Richardson Hitchens and J.O. Patia and all that lot, Bam Bam Rodriguez. We're bothered about UK. And you pride yourself on being the top man, Eddie, in the UK. That's your bread and butter. Your words. Not my words. Your words. So who have we got in UK? Joshua. He's finished. Crusher Ben, he's just been flogged. But you get another bite at Cherry with Eubank in rematch, and he'll get flogged again. Johnny Fisher, big ticket seller, big stiff, rugby player, novice. And you've got the Rhino, is it, on a couple of fight deal. And people can relate to his story. Well, you didn't relate to his story last 5 years, did you? Where have you been? Why weren't you back in his story 5 years ago? He's still the same person. You only care for the here and now. Katie Taylor's washed up. You keep digging her up. She's 40 next birthday. And man, how much longer is she going to go on for? Is she going to be 44 like them that Terry Harper fights? Why are you not getting Terry Harper on shows? Hey, why is she fighting on GMB shows in front of 2 men and a dog? Do you know what I mean? Look, it is what it is, isn't it? So, like I said, Eddie going on about Froch and loyalty and regarding Froch and fighters in general. Listen, but once you have a loss with Eddie, the phone don't ring. And then you ring him and he don't return the calls. But when you're flavour of the month, he'll return them calls. So, but Eddie going on about people writing Froch off several times. When have they ever wrote Froch off? People doubted him after the Ward loss. Well, look how he came back. He came back spitting fire, didn't he? Oh, but we all remember you putting him in with Butte, Eddie, don't we? Because you thought he were finished, so you thought, well, I'll get 2 bites at Cherry here with Butte. I'll feed him to Butte. Even you didn't think you were going to win that fight, Eddie Hills. Hills. You know what I mean? But don't worry, Carl. We'll get you in with Butte. We'll get you a 2-fight deal. Oh, it is what it is, isn't it? Look, we know what's going on, don't we? So there you go. But Eddie's the clickbait king. But all this about Joshua's going to retire in 2026. It's all pony. We're fighting till he's 40 like Fury. These people can't leave it alone. They just can't get a fight every 6 months. That's the bottom line. So, what you should do, Eddie, you should stick to your word and show loyalty to Froch. Give him his drink for getting Joshua to sign with you. Because you said, and I quote, if we have it off, you'll be looked after. Well, I think Joshua's had it off. So look after people, don't you, Eddie? Stick to your word, and then your man won't be getting dug up on social media, would he? You know how Froch is stubborn. So, it is what it is, isn't it? Anyway, in other news, Liam Cameron playing victim. Oh my God. Liam, stop playing the victim. Oh, I thought money would make me happier. Oh my God. Stop playing the victim. And get stuck in, get training, get that beard shaved off, get down to super middle and do the business. All right. Well done to Natasha Jonas, MBE. Well done. I see a lot of people congratulating her. That's good. Not many congratulated Jane Couch when she got hers, though, did they? And they never made a big splash about Jane Couch getting in Hall of Fame, did they? A pioneer for women's boxing. So put some respect on that lady's name. Pop, pop, bang. So it is what it is. But getting back to Joshua, trying to force Fury's hand, isn't he? That's all Joshua's trying to do. Trying to force his hand. And, if Fury's not fighting this year, well, I'm injured. Look, you're not injured. Max McCracken's running around saying you're not injured. You're not injured, Joshua. You're just a shithouse. You daren't fight anybody in top 25, you'll get flogged. So you've got to hang on for Fury. You're nobody now without Fury. And you'd love a two-fight deal with Fury, wouldn't you? But the fans should decide if it's a two-fight deal, shouldn't they, really? But Eddie talking about loyalty is a load of pony macaroni, innit? Absolute pony. So Carl Frampton going on and on and on. Every time I see Carl Frampton now in interviews, all he's doing is going on and on and on. He's another one plate victim. Barry McGuigan's not come out and said his bit, has he? So I know he's Kent's mate and all that, but look, we need to hear both sides of the story before we can start judging, don't we? I'm not saying I'm Team Barry McGuigan, I'm not saying I'm Team Frampton, but I'm getting fed up of fighters nowadays who are retired, who are constantly going on about money and how they were ripped off. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is, isn't it? Oh. Jamie Mungier, he's a doper. Failed the dope test, Danny, for PEDs. Eddie Reynoso's 6 failure. God, that's even more than Flex, isn't it, really? He's had 3 issues. Peter Fury's had 4, hasn't he? 3 for Tyson and 1 for Huey. So, nobody mentions that to Peter, do they? They mention it to Flex. They mention it to Eddie Reynoso. I don't see boxing now mentioning that to Peter. Well, we have to tell it straight, don't we? We like fair play on here. Just pointing it out. So, I see Flex has been going about Moses Atome against Dylan White, the can man. So, it is what it is, isn't it? But this is how I look at it. There's a 17-year difference in age between them. And maybe Flex is right. Flex single. Maybe Dylan White could be 40 odd on a Jamaican passport, but who cares? Dylan White's dug up and his last throw of the dice is, well, if I beat Atoma, I'm going to be mandatory for WBO. So Dylan White's thinking, beat Moses Atoma, then he gets Usyk or Dubois. But I don't see Dylan White beating him. I see him getting levelled out and then disappearing off into the sunset, probably after a fight against somebody like the White Rhino. So it is what it is. I see Paul Smigger Smith, aka Smigger's Titties. He's back on social media doing more interviews about their Callum. What is it? Their Callum's PR guy. Can't they find a role for you, Paul? Oh my God. Oh, Smigger's Titties. The Jim Royal of boxing. Saying that Callum Smith and Benavidez, it's in talks, but it's going to be tough to get it over the line. Are you telling me Callum Smith, aka Craterface from Greece, are you telling me he's going to fight Benavidez? He'd get lit up. He's not going to get near him. He'd be wanting an easy one against a limited guy like Yard. So, Dana White, has he got everybody scared? Well, he's certainly got Oscar De La Hoya riled up, and Eddie. Eddie can't stand Dana though, can you, Eddie? You know you can't. But it is what it is. On a sad note, it's sad to hear that Barry Hearn's had another heart attack. It couldn't have been much of one though, could it, if we were playing cricket the next day? So you don't know if it's just for PR for these lot, do you? Trying to play sympathy vote. I mean, I don't believe anything I'm told off this shower of shit, me. No, I see through it all. I had over 6 years listening to Big Ron's nonsense about summit bubbling. Oh my God. Big Ron, stop having that big daft cuddly teddy bear, Max, get in touch with me saying you want to spar me. You want to fight me, Big Ron? Let's have it on Fight Zone. Let's do a job properly. Let's get paid. But you don't know about paying people, Dennis, do you? Hey. I mean, is it true, Dennis, that when you go to the bar nowadays, you're trying to pay for a round with tickets? Stop it, Dennis. Stop it. 20 years ago, you were bowling into shows with Davy Day. And then not long after that, Ricky Hatton and Clinton Woods. Now you're bowling in with a big cuddly teddy bear, and now you're wanting that pork smoke. Do me a favour, but listen, if you want to get stuck into me, Dennis, I'll just get Chris Smedley to train me and I'll flog you. I'll punch you upside down. You're an alcoholic. You know what I mean? Who's always got something bubbling. So, anyway, pop, pop, bang on that one. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Go on, booyaka. Peace out. Max, don't phone me unless you've got a fight date for me and Big Ron. Pop, pop, bang. Hey, Dennis, you can get that Fuki to train you. That'd make it even easier for me because he don't know what he's doing. Booyaka.